Venus square.
or Saturn. Yeah, which is, as we have mentioned before, Saturn is the rules and the older person. Venus is the young person and love and, wanting to do that nurturing, and that square is could be duty, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's challenging. It's a little bit tense. It's kind of like the obligations, within our relationships. That's not the fun part sometimes. And it's, people talk about marriage and, like the partner, the ball and chain, like, or yeah, being tied down, getting married, getting tied down. And a lot of it is joking in that, but like this is kind of like the flip side of like, oh, companionship and this and that. This is kind of like, yeah, it comes with this as well, though. So, and maybe this is just a time where it's a little bit more of a struggle to kind of accept that trade-off. Or it could be relationships with people with uh the age difference. So yeah.
This seems to me an aspect of elopement.
Oh, interesting.
You have the Venus opposing Uranus, which is shocking, new, independence,
Hmm.
and the square, and because they're all in that, that T
Yeah,
square.
interesting.
That Saturn is right at the crux of where those two meet. It could be, getting married under a Venus Saturn is beneficial. It provides that foundation as
Even with it as a square.
yeah, it's action.
Cool. Mm. I know with T squares, sometimes they say you look to the other side of the top of the T square to see how you release it, which is at Leo. So perhaps looking at where all this drama is going on in your chart, if you can find where Leo is in your chart, that might actually give some answer to how you can kind of actually release that energy. So in this chart for our Aries rising, you've got Venus across the second and eighth house. So this could be related to finances, you know, yours versus ours, or yours versus your partner's. You've got the 11th house, which is hopes and dreams and groups and friends and what we do for fun with others, as opposed to the fifth house, which is kind of a more personal what you do for fun. And the Saturn is kind of like, no, Saturn's, they say planet of no, it's rules, regulations. So what's happening? How are we getting out of that? We're getting out of that through the fifth house of fun, creativity. Okay, I can't do that with my friends, but we can chill at home and do this. Maybe that's the way to kind of mitigate that somehow.
Use
And
that
I
energy
mean,
that's there.
it will be different for everybody depending on where it is, where all these planets are in your chart. But if you're kind of experiencing this relationship, art, beauty, women kind of drama with this unusual, sudden upsets, revolutionary, the completely different, and you kind of got this area kind of all being squared by no, no, no. Check out where Leo is in your chart. Maybe that will give you some indication of how you can kind of ease that somewhat.
That's a good point, because I'm seeing how that will line up in my chart. So do it on your own charts and find out,
Oh, let me
where
think.
all those houses are, where it's basically where the fixed houses are hitting.
So for Donna as a Taurus ascendant, it will be over your personal chart. So like Uranus in the first. So Donna's acting a bit eccentric and unusual, and she's kind of, revolutionary. That might cause some issues in relationships with partner. 10th house, maybe might even kind of, what would people think? Because, the 10th house is public reputation, and Saturn's there kind of saying, oh, what would the neighbors think? So maybe it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm still going to do this, but I'm going to chill at home and do it, or, something similar.
Right, because that Venus or the Leo is where my lineage is from, so it's the
Mm,
family home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I'm seeing a trip, what I'm known for, and manifesting or going on that fourth house topic. That stuff, that would be nice.
Yeah. So
So that you could work it out that way nice, because it could be a trip that would include some shocking things, maybe some leveling up things.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a very familiar chart. I think I got Venus and Mercury and the Sun in that seventh house natally.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
see,
this is basically my chart almost. No. Oh
but
yeah, it is. Look at even Jupiter's in the 11th. All right, I'm just gonna.
but this
I
is
don't
it.
have anything in the 12th though.
And see, because Donna does have Venus and Mercury and well, you don't have the sun in oh yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you
Oh
do
yes, I
too.
do.
So what date? 6? Yeah, so we're not that far out from your birthday. So all this going on, if you're kind of born in March, but you're like, well, my kids, the twins, they're born in March. They're a Taurus ascendant. It's going to be completely different. They've kind of got like a lot of Pisces in their stuff. But yeah, for Donna, particularly since her seventh house is kind of strongly aspected, she's already got Saturn up in the 10th.
Yeah,
And I know for a fact that you got Mars in the fourth. So for you, actually putting that energy into fourth house matters
the
might
family home
actually mm.
is the way to alleviate that T
T-square.
square. Yeah, enough
Wow.
about me.
But yeah, this could be a time when we're really feeling confined by some relationships.
Yeah,
There's not that excitement that we're wanting in a committed relationship, but there's stability there and it's only temporary.